Hello everybody, my name is Dan, aka Duckface. No, this is not clickbait. We are going to look at this right now and check. So we're going to go to our options. We're going to go to advanced, and we see frame generation is on. I will show you soon that I have a RTX 3070, and we are going to go into the settings real quick, and I'll show you what my settings are so you can see that it's not just all low and DLSS and all that stuff, right? These are pretty high settings for a lot of this stuff. Now, for upscaling quality, I have it on balance, but I could use it on quality as well, but I just want it on balance just to kind of ease on my hardware as much as I can, although I know it's strong enough. So I have an AMD Ryzen 9 5900X CPU, and I have a RTX 3070 graphics card from NVIDIA. And obviously a lot of people are having problems with this game, myself included. So I was, had a pretty good system, wasn't getting frames. So these are my settings. I'm going to just scroll through them for you. If anything is on medium, low, or anything lower than that, it's because I'm watching an optimization video, which I'll show you in a little bit. Shows you how much it affects your FPS and how much it affects your performance, like individually with each setting. The person broke it down, so I will put that video in the description because it is very helpful and it shows you how much of an impact it really does have on performance. So yeah, it's on full screen. So now we hit continue, and we're gonna load into the game. And we may be downloading shaders, but I mean, you see like how high my FPS gets in here. It's like 120 went up to 140 at one point, right? It's almost running like a real game. And the GPU was sitting between 8 and 12 when I was in gameplay. But now, as you can see, we're running 79, 80 frames to 90 frames, and as it starts to download more shaders, and as I continue to play the game with the settings that I have, you're going to start to see that it runs pretty decently. And now I'll go into a fight real quick to show you guys that as well. Just for proof, we're walking up into something where there's a lot of people, and look at that. We're hovering over almost 100 frames in the game. And you can see, like, we're moving, we're shooting, right? We get little stutters here and there, but you're going to get those pretty much no matter what at this point. You can just do what you can to minimize it. So there you go. And now I'm going to show you guys how I did it. We're going to quit out of the game. And now, of course, when you quit out of the game, I'm going to get a stutter here. Hit stop. And now that'll fully close it out. Now I need to wait a second because I need to fully close it out. But, yeah, so first things first, we went on Nexus mods. Now, what I will say is I'm going to show you guys proof of my 3070 graphics card. I'm going to go into Device Manager for you guys, because I know a lot of people are having, have much better cards than me, and they're still having, performance issues when they really, really shouldn't. So we're going to go to display adapters, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070, as you can see right there. So that is quite apparent now that I have it. There's your proof. So the first thing I want to do is the ultimate engine tweak, anti-stutter, more performance, lower latency, better clarity, lossless. So basically what the mod does is it makes ultimate engine fixes for these companies that are using or Unreal Engine fixes, and it actually does work. So you want to use the VRR variant if you have G-Sync, FreeSync, and you want to check if it's enabled on both NVIDIA control panel and display itself. You can check that. I'm not going to get into that right now. Like you can Google how to check that if that's on. So that just determines what variant. And then in order to install that, you want to go to Documents, My Games, Borderlands 4, Saved, Config, Windows. And then there's going to be an engine INI that's in that folder, and you just want to download it and copy and paste it into that engine.ini. And now in this engine INI, there was something that I put at the bottom for fog, volumetric fog, but you don't need to do that. I'm going to show you in this video to remove the fog. What do you put?
I haven't found many console variables or
So the way that I did this was r.fog equal 0. And then you hit save. Wait. So problem with this is that we have it in read-only mode, which is important that you put it in there. So we're going to go here, engine.ini, go to properties, take it out of read-only, apply, okay, open this up, put it r.fog equals 0, save it, and then you can exit. Then you hit properties, read-only, apply, okay. And now that way you don't have any fog, right? So these are important because you take the fog out of it, and what that does is it's going to remove all that volumetric fog that you're going to be seeing everywhere. So basically you just take that engine.ini and you put it in there, and then it's going to add that fix. Now another thing that he put down here is you have the Nexus mods for frame generation with the RTX 20 and 30 series for the DLSS upscaling. I'll put that link in the description below. And basically in this, he also showed the way that you fix this problem here is that you download it and then you copy the DLSSG to FSR3 AMD is better.dll and DBG help.dll and paste them here. So when he said paste them here, what he meant by that, and we'll go all the way back to the beginning, is that you go to your drive that you have your games on, go to Steam Library, Steam Apps Common, then go to Borderlands 4, and then you go to Engine, Binaries, Third Party, DBG Help, and then right here, you copy paste these two things in here, and then say yes, replace with this version as well. So the link to this video, the link to the mods will be in the description below, and you put those there. And then once you do that, now obviously, this goes without saying, the game needs to be closed when you change all of these things. Also, up front, you're not going to notice a huge difference immediately. And so once you turn it, you have to go in and turn on your frame generation as well. You're not going to notice a huge difference immediately because it's got to download your shaders, which is when we get to my next point. Go to NVIDIA Control Panel. Go to Manage 3D Settings. And now what this is going to do is you have to make sure, by the way, that you have enough drive space in order to support this. Go to Shader Cache Size and change this here. So you go to Manage 3D Settings. You're going to scroll down to Shader Cache Size. It's going to be on driver default. Put it up to 100 gigabytes because it doesn't have a 50 gigabyte setting. So what that's going to do is going to give you a lot more space for shader cache. Now, keep in mind, Borderlands 4 will fill up this space. The reason that you do this is because it allows you to download a ton more shaders, and downloading a ton more shaders, what that's going to do is allow you to download more of the game and take a lot of the stress off of your system. So if you do that, it'll really help you. So, and the way to download this is to go to Files and then go to the universal version right here and then put those DLLs where I said previously. So that's how you download that. And now, once you watch the optimization guide, once you put those two optimizations in your game, you see that I have a 3070. You click play because, you know, I'm going to upgrade my graphics card soon. I want to get, I think, a 5070 Ti. Seems like a good card. But it's not that the 3070 is not good enough. Like, the 3070 should be able to run games on, you know, a lot of games on Ultra, right? Maybe not games that come out right now, but a lot of games in general. It should be able to run games, you know, pretty high settings. But for whatever reason, you know, these games lately, especially in the last year or two, it's not handling them well because they're just being optimized so poorly. So that's a way around that. And now you can see, as I said, I have 3070. You're seeing that it's pulling more percentage of my GPU. You're seeing that we have higher frames. We're not downloading shaders right now, which is fine. Then we hit continue. We load into the game. And maybe it'll download shaders now, but I usually wants to download shaders. And also my temps are lower too, because I was running, you know, my CPU was at 70 and my GPU was at about 65. Now my CPU is staying from around 60 to 65 and my GPU is just sitting below 60. So yeah, now you're seeing that my frames are looking a lot better. I'm running this smoother, and honestly, without the volumetric fog, the game honestly runs. The colors just look nicer. I like it. I don't know. I'm a fan of it, and it makes the colors pop more. The only thing that you're gonna see is around some trees. Sometimes you're gonna see some blue. Now, obviously, the volumetric fog is still on, so it's not disabled right now, but if you turn it off, the colors will pop. The only problem is you're going to see blue outlines around your trees. So it was just off a second ago. I'll have to go back in and just change it again. But now you go to options and you go to advanced. Make sure frame generation is on. Set your settings to something like this. If your system's a little bit stronger, watch the optimization guide. He'll show you the intricate details. I don't want to infringe on his work at all. Accessibility. Also, you want to go to gameplay and screen shake intensity, turn that all the way down to 0. That will actually make the game, I promise you, look so much better when you're in the fights and stuff because your screen's not moving as much. And so, yeah, if you take those steps, you'll see sometimes 30 to 40 to 50 to 60 more frames. But there's just something I really want you guys to keep in mind. You're not going to get a steady frame rate no matter what you do right now because the game is not optimized very well. You're just not going to get steady frames. You're going to be up and down pulling, right? Now, if you have, a 5090, a 4090, something super powerful like that, you can get close to having steady frames with these optimizations. My friends have, one of my friends reported that he, with a 4070 Super, is getting some decent steady frames at about 110 frames per second right now. So just keep that in mind. Whenever you go into the game, just make sure you understand that there's nothing that you're going to do right now where the game is going to run perfect. You're still going to have stuttering. Like when I open up menus and stuff like that, there's still times where it's going to freeze. When I go to the map and I quick travel, there's some sections of the game that are going to run 30 frames. Like look, right now I'm at 60, right? But the thing is that if you do these steps, the game will overall run much, much smoother. And dare I say it, there's some points in the game where it feels like it's actually a real performer. Sometimes, right? Every now and again, you're going to get some situations where it works well. But this is definitely going to improve your ability to play this game. So if this helped you out, leave a like, and I will leave a link in the description below to my Twitch channel. If you'd like, throw me a follow and come hang out and watch me play Borderlands in improved frame rates. So thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope this helped and maybe saved somebody a little bit of time. And so you guys don't have to spend hours like I did trying to fix this. So yeah, take it easy.